Knockouts are not only beautiful, sometimes they're necessary. Because when you leave it in the hands of the judges, things can go very wrong.
And new WBC, WBA, IBO Ring Magazine Middleweight Champion of the World.
The last time I left it in the hands of the judges, I got 18 months. Never again. So today, I'm gonna be sharing with you the top 20 one-hit knockouts in UFC history, part 2. Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Jesse, and I'm the founder and grandmaster of MMA, Mexican martial arts. In case you haven't seen part 1, then let me inform you that in order to make my list, it has to be a one-hit knockout. No combos and no following up with hammer fists. I am not impressed with those performances. Number 10, Rashad Evans versus Chuck Liddell. Now Rashad Evans barely got away with this one because he threw that second punch. But luckily for him, it didn't land. And now he's forever cemented in my list. Congratulations. Congratulations. Not only is it impressive because it's a one-hit knockout, but it also looks exactly like the ending of Rocky 3. The only difference is that they were smart enough to pause the footage at the end of the movie so that we didn't have to see Rocky get knocked out. Oh, you didn't know he lost?
Who won the third fight? He did.
In my opinion, they should have paused the footage right here too, but they didn't. And Chuck Liddell was never the same.
Shot and Chuck Liddell reacts. Look at him. Chuck looks like he's drunk.
Number 9, Pete Williams versus Mark Coleman.
It's a bit stunned. Oh my goodness! Coleman's down, that's it.
This one is like the woolly mammoth, or the Ark of the Covenant, or Flaco. Something that the world may never get to see ever again. It was a very special place and time where you could kick fools in the face with your shoes on. Don't get me wrong, you could still do it today, but you'll probably catch a case. In my opinion, the UFC was a lot better before it outlawed shoes, and gis, and headbutts, and strikes to the back of the head, and kicking down the opponents in the face, and PEDs. Number 8, Donald Cerrone versus Matt Brown.
Right hand by Cowboy. Oh my goodness! Hands all over!
This is one of my favorite ones because it looks fake. It reminds me of the WWE. Honestly, I used to love wrestling. Back in the day, when it was real. Hulk Hogan, the Bushwhackers, Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Mankind. It's all fake now. And that's what I'm talking about right here. Check it out. Matthew Brown threw a body shot, and then it's like he just stays right there in slow motion. That fool got stuck. That's the most vicious body shot I've ever seen in my life. Number 7, LYOTO Machida versus VITOR BELFORT. Steven Seagal made some amazing movies from 1988 to 1992. He has blown minds around the world with his epic guitar solos. But the most significant contribution that he has made to the world is the front kick. There's a lot of casuals out there who don't know this, but Steven Seagal actually invented the front kick, and he passed down this knowledge to 2 people, Anderson Silva and LYOTO Machida. Matter of fact, I got LYOTO MACHIDA right here in studio with me today to confirm this. Is this true?
Sim.
There you have it. Number 6, Uriah Hall versus Adam Sela.
More, couple more. More after.
The spinning heel kick is a very hard thing to do without telegraphing. I think it's brilliant how Uriah fakes the left hand in order to justify his body shifting so much for the kick. Adam's waiting for that punch, and the moment he realizes it's not coming, the kick is already landing. But the most impressive thing is Uriah's self-control. It's very respectable how he doesn't go all the way through with the kick. The moment he makes contact, he turns back around. Because of the speed, power, and foot placement, had he gone all the way through, he would have decalibrated Adam Sela. Number 5, Edson Barbosa versus Terry Edom.
You want to take a chance and risk getting knocked out. Oh my God!
Barbosa is most well known for starring in the homie Khabib's ground and pound highlight reel. But a lot of people don't know, he's actually a pretty good kicker. And the kick that stands out the most is when he turned that fool Terry Edom into the Statue of Liberty. He threw him off by backpedaling and giving him a little bit of confidence. But then the moment Terry came forward, he caught him slipping. Legend has it that Terry Edom is stuck on pause to this day. Number 4, Rory Markham versus Brody Farber. This one ranked as highly as it did because of Rory's respect to the GOAT, Bruce Lee. This is a beautiful example of Jeet Kune Do, also known as the way of the intercepting fist. Brody Farber was charging at this fool and was about to swing at him, but instead of sidestepping, instead of bobbing and weaving, instead of blocking, Rory intercepted the fist and responded with a head kick. This is economy of motion at its finest. Number 3, John Makdessi versus Lando Venata.
Spin and he got a wheel kick KO.
The timing of this knockout, the gauging of the distance, it's a very beautiful thing. First of all, Lando should have known what was about to happen. Those half-hearted kicks that Makdessi was throwing out there could be seen a mile away. They obviously weren't meant to do any damage. He was simply looking for the right distance for his kick. But the most impressive thing about this one is the split second that Lando switches his stance and begins to move to his right, Makdessi spins with lightning speed into the kick, and he lands beautifully on a moving target.
Look at this. Bing, bing, bing.
I remember trying to hit a moving target on the duck hunt. Imagine trying to do it with your foot. Psh. Number 2, Matt Hughes versus Carlos Newton.
Stay up there. Down goes Carlos Newton.
This is a great example of BJJ not being effective in a fight. There's probably no move in the BJJ community that's more sacred than the triangle choke. And that's exactly what Sir Carlos Newton was trying to do right here. But all Matt had to do was stand up. Mira, breaking news. If someone tries to do BJJ on you, just stand up. And you can see right here that Carlos was applying pressure for the choke. It just didn't work. And I know you've seen a lot of videos online showing you how effective the triangle choke is. But it's only that effective in the dojo and with the compliant partner. It was at this moment he knew that he would have been better off with no touch kung fu.
Down goes Carlos Newton.
And you would think that Matt would have slammed him and went to work with the ground and pound. But chale, he slammed him so hard that he went out instantly. Rumor has it that Matt Hughes is actually the one that taught Sir Carlos Newton about gravity.
He's out.
And number 1 on the list of the top 21 hit knockouts in UFC history, part 2, Matt Brown versus Diego Sanchez.
He catches this kick. It was about the 3rd time, and then he just launches this huge elbow right
If he were anybody else, Matthew Brown probably would have got knocked out right here. Diego escaped his hold, made him lose his footing, and was in perfect position for a powerful kick. But the moment he threw it, Brown caught it, como el flaco, with the cat-like reflections. This is the most savage reversal I've ever seen in my life. Besides that one time that the great one, Eddie Guerrero, reversed the F5 and DDT'd Brock Lesnar.
Here it comes, Cole. Counter! Eddie Guerrero, DDT out of the championship goal.
So Brown backed him up to the cage, knowing that the power of his strike, plus being squished against the fence, would make the impact even worse for Diego. Then he gave him the John Cena so that he couldn't see him. And boom, game over. Shortly after this, Brown called out Snoop Dogg.
I'll call him out.
What don't you like about Snoop
He
Dogg?
called Connor.
But Dana White wouldn't give him a contract.
Stop.
This has been the top 20 one-hit knockouts in UFC history, part 2. If you would like to see the top 20 one-hit knockouts in UFC history, part 3, that's impossible because I already showed you who was number 1. I want to take a moment to inform you that this episode is sponsored by Hayabusa. This week, we're going to be giving away a $140 gift card. The only thing you have to do is visit hayabusa.com/voto and then enter your name and email. At the end of the week, a random winner will be chosen. And if you don't care about the contest and you just want to buy some MMA merch, then use the same link because every time you shop with it, Mexican Martial Arts receives a percentage. Thank you for supporting Mexican Martial Arts. Appreciate it. Good looking out. Late.